Hey guys, it is me Flavio and I'm back with another Clash Royale video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys another replay with my level 1 account in Arena 7 against a level 8. So as always, since I have the tombstone to start with, that's what I go ahead with and I place it right in the center. He gives me a good luck, so I give him a good luck. And I guess I'm gonna place an Ice Wizard in the back. Okay, so he goes with the Valkyrie on the left side, so I decide to go with an Ice Wizard on the left as well. Now you can already see he's a Sparky user. He drops a Sparky behind the Valk and he gives me a crying face because he thinks that he already won the game. But he does not know that I have the ultimate defense against Sparky, the giant skeleton, and that's what I drop. I drop a giant skeleton right in front of the Valk, and unfortunately for him, he even drops his wizard, so now the bomb is going to take out the Valk as well as the wizard, as well as it's going to do some damage to the Sparky. So this is going to be terrible for him. Let's see what happens. So Valk and wizard get taken out, my ice wizard gets taken out, and now the tower has locked on to Sparky. Sparky and the minions get fireballed, and now he drops a goblin barrel, so obviously I have to counter with my skeleton army. And at this point I use an inferno dragon because I know that he just overcommitted on the left side to do some damage to my tower, so now he's low on elixir and I have to go with an aggressive inferno dragon push. And so that's what I do. I go with an Inferno Dragon push. He sees my Skarmy coming towards him, so he decides to arrow the Skarmy, but unfortunately for him now, he does not have any elixir to defend against the Inferno Dragon. So the Inferno Dragon, along with two skeletons for its assistance, just melt the tower down. And I also add a zap because I was scared that the Inferno Dragon would get taken out by the tower. But that was not necessary, but anyways, just for safety I added the zap. And now the Inferno Dragon destroys the tower. He places a Valk. And now we've kind of reset. Because he has a Valk on the field, I don't have anything. I guess I'm gonna play... Yeah, at this point I play a giant skeleton in front of the Valk. And this was a mistake right here. I shouldn't have played giant skeleton in front of the Valk. Instead I should have played giant skeleton after the Valk had crossed the bridge, like giant skeleton in between the Valk and the Dark Prince, so that the giant skeleton would lock onto the Dark Prince and the giant skeleton would have taken out the shield of the Dark Prince, and then the bomb would have just taken the Valk as well as the Dark Prince out. But unfortunately I made the giant skeleton lock onto the Valk at this point, and because of that the giant skeleton bomb took out the Valk and the Dark Prince's shield, but not the Dark Prince, and you'll see in the end how much damage the Dark Prince does because of that small mistake. So I place a tombstone in the center, and he just donates 3 elixir minions to me by placing them over the giant skeleton for no reason. I mean, that was not even necessary. But anyways, everything gets taken out except for the Dark Prince. And now the Dark Prince just shuts down the tombstone and he starts attacking my tower. At this point I was thinking that the tower is going to deal with the Dark Prince, but I was completely wrong because the tower could not do anything to the Dark Prince, and the Dark Prince got a lot of hits on the tower. 1, 2, 3, and 4 hits on the tower. And now my tower is down to 227 health. Anyways, I just placed an Ice Wizard for no reason there. And now he's gonna counter my Ice Wizard with his Wizard. And here he used a Goblin Barrel, so I decided to counter his Goblin Barrel with my Skeleton Army, which was again another mistake, because at this point I should have just used my Fireball to counter his Goblin Barrel, because if I would have Fireballed the Goblin Barrel, my tower would still have more than 200 health, and he wouldn't be able to use arrows on the Skeleton Army. But since I used my Skeleton Army here, he actually arrowed down the Skeleton Army along with the tower, and my tower just got taken out. So as you can see, he just arrows and everything goes down. Skeleton Army as well as the tower both go down. So now he's already placed a Sparky on the left side, so I decided to go with a Inferno Dragon Goblin Barrel push on the right side. and I also add a giant skeleton to add some more pressure. But unfortunately for me, as you can see, the giant skeleton is gonna turn towards the wizard. So instead of moving towards the tower, the giant skeleton decides to go towards the wizard, and now I have an incoming Sparky and Valk to deal with on the left side. So on the right side, my Inferno Dragon has already locked onto the tower. The Goblin Barrel is doing some damage, and that tower is most probably going to go down if he does not do anything about it. But what I have to be more worried about is the left lane, or the King's Tower, because the Sparky seems to be fully charged, and if Sparky gets a hit, that would be dangerous for me. So I decide to defend against Sparky with my Tombstone in the back. So at this point I place a Tombstone behind the Sparky because I know that the Valk is in front of the Sparky, and if I would have placed a Tombstone in front of the Sparky, the Valk would have just taken out the skeletons immediately, and yeah, that would be it. So I made the Valk actually move back and take out those skeletons for the Sparky instead of just getting the skeletons for free. So now I use a zap on the Sparky because that was just for safety. I mean, I didn't even need to use that because the Inferno Dragon actually locked on to the Sparky, and the Sparky was going to get taken out anyways, but I still use zap to kind of reset the charge. And now the Inferno Dragon takes out the Valk as well. He sends its minions on the right side, but the Ice Wizard just finishes them off. And now he decides to go with a Sparky Wizard combo on the right side, which was absolutely a huge mistake for him. I mean, he just has 17 seconds, and he decides to go with a Sparky Wizard combo on the right side, right in the back. I mean, with just 17 seconds left, you should be doing that combo somewhere at the bridge. You shouldn't be doing it right at the back. Like, that does not make any sense. But anyways, he just decides to go with that combo at the back, and I just place my giant skeleton to completely shut down that push. And now he just arrows my giant skeleton, and he gives me a oops, thinking that her arrowing the giant skeleton was the biggest mistake that he made in this game. And now the bomb is gonna go off. I throw a Goblin Barrel to add some more pressure. I give him a good game because I know that it's the end already. And I add in an Inferno Dragon for fun, as well as a Tombstone. And that's it, that's game right there. So this was the replay that I wanted to show you in this video, and I hope you got to learn a little something from it. And I guess that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.